What is up, y'all? Sparta here. For this video, I want to do my review of the Edifier NeoBuds Pro. It's been a long time coming. I've been using these earbuds for basically a week now. And I know a week is not that much time, but for wireless earbuds that I've been using pretty much the entire time, I've also been like subbing in the C500s to see how those do and whatnot. The Edifiers have become my second favorite earbud of this year. Unseated the sound cores, and yeah, man. If you saw my LG versus these video, I detail why, and I've said in that video I'm going to be making a strictly music based video on it, just so I can tell you guys exactly how I feel about how it reproduces the tracks that I use to test, and that's I use to test earbuds. And yeah, let's get into this. So, $130 for these on Amazon. And honestly, these blew me away. I'm not going to sit here and lie about it. I didn't expect to like them as much as I do. I feel like a lot of the time when people overhype an earbud, these didn't get enough hype, I feel, and I don't want to be the person at fault to overhype them. So I'm going to try to temper what I'm saying here and just start off by saying sound is subjective. If you get them and you think they're trash, that sucks, but sound is subjective. Thankfully, these have an EQ in the app, so you can at least adjust them to your liking. It's kind of a limited EQ, though. I'll get into that in a second. But yeah, let's get into these. So the Edifier NeoBuds Pro. One, shout out to them for having quite a unique design for their case as well. Like, that is very cool, like very nice. And also, despite the fact that the stem style earbuds are pretty bulky, like especially compared to like a Tone FP9, they're not really they're definitely thick boys, and they're definitely in. These are the FN7s. Let me take them out, I guess, just so take the left out. They're definitely thick ones. And with these dual drivers, that definitely does make sense. These are very stylish looking earbuds. Not gonna lie, they feel futuristic, and I also feel like a lot of people are just gonna like the overall design of these earbuds. In terms of like say the magnet strength of the case, I don't feel the magnet strength is that good. I'm not going to sit here and do a little Flossie Carter shake test. Definitely not on the level of, say, Sony magnets. Not on the level of, say, the LG Tone magnets either. But honestly, so long as you're not going to drop these, it's not really going to matter. These have IP55 water and dust resistance, so that's actually very nice. Not many earbuds have that. So that's actually nice that they decided to go that route with these. No wireless charging on the case, which does kind of suck, but honestly, it's not really that big of a deal. Another thing that I wish more manufacturers would implement is say something like what LG does with their UV Nano. I wish other manufacturers would jump on that bandwagon soon, because that's honestly something that makes I never have to clean my tones. And aside from maybe if I have to clean the outside of the ear tip, but even then it's like very minimal compared to other earbuds. But nonetheless, very nice case, very nice little metal right here, or faux metal. I don't know, very nice brushed thing right here, embossed logo, which is very nice. Edifier on the back here, USB-C port. Again, no wireless charging. 24 hours on the case. You get 6 hours on the. I'm gonna have to look at the box for this because I always forget. But ANSI on, you get 5 hours of usage on the earbuds, 15 hours with the case, 15 hours on the case, so 15 hours in the case. Sorry, I don't know why I'm zooming that. 6 hours with ANC off, 18 hours in the case. And it takes 10 minutes to get 1 hour's worth of usage out of them. So not that bad in terms of fast charging. It's not as good as, say, the sound cores or the LGs, where it's every 5 minutes you get an hour. But nonetheless, I think 10 minutes is fine. That should honestly just be the minimum. Like, if anyone's like, oh, you need to charge 20 minutes to get an hour. Like, what? Like, no. But yeah, very nice small case. A little bit on the flimsy side. It sounds like you can hear it a little bit creaking, but I don't necessarily think like the Liberty 3 Pro case doesn't do that. The Tone case doesn't do that. This case doesn't do that for the Sonys. But honestly, it's not that big of a deal. I don't do this that much, and honestly, whatever. It's not that big of a deal. But yeah. So I guess I'll showcase the earbuds one more time. Active noise cancellation, hence the pretty, distinct mic grill right there. Touch sensors, and as you guys can see, like I said, ear crust. Disgusting. You guys may have to deal with it. I'm sorry. Without me pausing it, and like, the left one isn't bad. I don't know what it is about my ears, but whatever. Very thick boys in terms of, the overall size of the earbuds. They're pretty big. They're not uncomfortable at all for me. I don't have gigantic ears. I think I have like regular mid-sized ears. I think I don't know, but these honestly fit my ear fine. I don't have any sort of issue with it with them whatsoever. The overall look of them matched the look of the case, which is very nice. They're very nice. You got mic down there, mic up here. No smart sensors. You have a mic right there. That hurt. No smart sensors, which does kind of suck. So you can't do autoplay pause like you can do on the sound cores and the LGs. So that does suck. But nonetheless, you drop them in the case, you close it, you're going to be totally fine with them just shutting off. And yeah, you can use either earbud independently. So that's not a problem. I'm not sure if you can just use one earbud and get ANC or transparency mode. Let me try that here real quick. It kind of sounds like it, but let me boot this up real quick. Sometimes it could take a bit. Come on, homeboy. Come on, homeboy. LDAC device connected. Oh, I know. Let me do it like this. Let me reconnect it. Okay. Okay, so ambient sound works with one earbud, but you can't go back into noise canceling, which kind of sucks. So no noise canceling with one earbud, but you can at least use ambient sound with one earbud. That kind of sucks, but I only know very few headphones that allow you to do that. But here's a trick that you can do. You can take the earbud out, put it back in, and it'll stay in noise canceling. But the moment you switch out, that's when you're going to lose your low noise canceling. And I'd advise you to keep it in low noise cancellation mode. It doesn't really make a difference, honestly. The noise canceling on these are very good, like very good. I've been using these with my gaming laptop playing Cyberpunk 2077, and can't hear my laptop's fans at all. And that's very nice. They're not going off now, but yeah, very good noise cancellation. Very good, very comparable to like a Sony. Really, like the Sonys do pretty much the same amount, and really no issue there. The ambient mode is very good too. Just for this purpose, I'm gonna go into it just so you guys can see the volume slider right here. I'd advise you to keep it at 0 because that's honestly where I feel it does the best. But yeah. That way it doesn't sound too digitized. But you have it at 0, it sounds very clear, especially when you have both earbuds in. You have one in, you can kind of hear it being digital, but I put both in. And honestly, hold on a second. Let me see here. Okay, so maybe at 0 it might be better. Negative. Because the moment you do... Okay, your voice definitely sounds digitized. But I've worn these in the Target and whatnot. And everything else around me sounds totally fine. So I do feel like the ambient mode on these are very good. Really no issue there, especially for $130. Can't really go wrong. High noise cancellation is very good too, but I honestly would advise you're going to be totally fine with the low noise cancellation, honestly, because there's really no difference. There's really not that big of a difference, and that's a good thing. With the noise cancellation being so good, I don't necessarily think the high noise cancellation mode is. It's honestly to the point where I feel you shouldn't have two different noise canceling modes if the noise cancellation is so good, because you're just making it overly sensitive for no reason. But nonetheless, it's totally fine. So, yeah. Let's talk modes while I literally just close these. These connect very fast. It's the app that sometimes takes a bit. But, like, let me literally do this again. The app, oh, wow, app. Oh, it reconnected. So what you can do, if you want to turn on LDAC or whatever, you go into the settings up here in the upper right. And as you guys can see here, let me turn the display down. As you can see here, you have LHDC down here and LDAC. I have it set 96K sampling rate. And to make sure you actually get that out of these, you go into the settings. You go into wireless playback quality, and as you guys can see, sound quality preferred is clicked up. Unlike the Soundcore Liberty 3 Pro, which I did detail, I think I did talk about in my review, in my comparison between these two, the LDAC performance on these I feel is definitely better because it doesn't constantly cut out. These don't constantly cut out like the Liberty 3 Pro do. Like the Liberty 3 Pro will cut out for like a second or two, come back, speed up to catch back up with the track. And it does that constantly, and it made it a deal breaker to where I just don't use LDAC on those earbuds. Whereas these, I would say my entire playlist that I listened to, it maybe did a little bit of a skip one time. And maybe cut out one time. And that was while having my laptop on and having multiple phones around me with Bluetooth also on. So there's obviously Bluetooth interference going on. And the Edifiers had no problem. Whereas these will be cut out city. And yeah, that just sucks. These pretty much sold me on LDAC. I didn't really care about it with the Sonys. I definitely didn't care about them on the Soundcores, especially with the dramatic drop in battery life it took. At least with the Sonys, the battery life was still great. I haven't really tested the battery life on these, honestly, when it comes to, say, LDAC. But when I was using them on my laptop and When I was using them on my laptop, LDAC was still on the earbuds themselves. I had gaming mode also on, which also takes a dip with battery life. I played Cyberpunk for like 3 hours with the volume up, 3 to 4 hours with the volume all the way up, and really no issue. No issue at all. No battery low notification or anything. It just stayed at a good enough battery, and that's actually very nice. And due to the fact I could just drop these in the case and they're back up, and I get an extra hour and 10 minutes, that is very nice. I really do like the fact that the gaming mode on here is very good. LDAC on here, LDAC performance on here is very good. LHDC performance on here is very good. Really no issues there. And obviously that could vary from model to model. My sound cores may be borked. I don't know. But honestly, I do feel like in terms of these, LDAC is not really an issue at all. And speaking of LDAC, I guess we'll just get into the sound quality here. The sound quality on these earbuds are very good. Initially, right out of the box, they do come out quite bassy. And while for the particular song that I decided to listen to when I did do the impression in the video, it was totally fine. For other songs, I just didn't like it that much, so I did EQ them. And the one downfall that I would probably say these headphones have, I wish the battery life was definitely better. But the one thing I do wish, definitely, the one thing I definitely do wish could be better is I wish there were more bands in the EQ. Like, there's only 4 bands in the EQ, man. I don't necessarily feel that's enough. Just 4 is not enough. Like 8 to 12. Like, come on, bro. But like, let me check this real quick. Let me check how many bands the LGs have right here. And the LGs connect to the app far quicker too. But let me do custom 1. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There's 8 bands. 8 bands. Let's go to the sound cores. I think the sound cores are also 8. I think I'm getting 12 from the V60s, EQ bands. The V60s internal EQ bands are 12. So I'm probably just saying 12 band from that. But 1, 2, 3. Yep, 8. 8 band EQ on these as well. So it would have been nice to have at least 6. 4 is a little bit on the lacking side. But hopefully next time around you could give us like an 8 band EQ edifier. That would definitely be nice. So after I EQ'd them and after I practically keep them in LDAC now. I haven't switched them out, but man, let me talk about the sound here. So default sound, like I said, very bassy. Vocals weren't bad. They weren't getting drowned out by the bass at all or anything like that. But I felt like they were a bit lacking. I wanted to hear them more, so that's why I pushed the vocals forward up a little bit more and just kept the bass pretty much the same. And I love these. I'm not going to sit here and lie. They definitely have width to them. And due to how wide the headphones are, due to how chunky they are with the dual drivers, they should be. You get a good amount of sound stage with these. Vocal clarity is very good. You're not going to have any sort of issue with anything like podcasts or just solely vocal kind of things like acapella or anything like that. They're not going to warm up your vocals in the microwave like the XM4s do or anything like that, to the point where the vocals can sound a little bit muffled depending on which sound, like an S sound or something like that. It's not going to do that at all. And in LDAC at 96 kilohertz, things sound really clean, man. Like I was playing DSDs through these, like the weekend after hours, and I also think I did a few tracks from Starboy. I did a few tracks from Victory Lap by Nipsey Hussle, and man, oh man, I still wouldn't say it's a deal breaker for me for a headphone not to have LDAC or LHDC though. It's just a nice feature to have, and I believe at this price point, them bringing those to the table, more headphones at higher price tiers, obviously not Apple, but more headphones at, at different price tiers should have these. Looking at you, Samsung. Like Bose too. I don't think Bose has LDAC. And it took to the XM4s for Sony to put LDAC in their earbuds. But what you should also do, Sony, is when you put out $100 earbuds, I got them for 80, but $100 earbuds, put LDAC on them. Like, put LDAC on them. These do have DSCE, but it would also be nice to have LDAC. That's all I'm saying. That way, you could be like, okay, Edifier NeoBuds Pro came out for $130. We got 100 with, and they have LDAC. Well, LDAC is our codec. We're gonna put out $100 earbuds with LDAC support and EQ support through our app. Boom. Like, come on, Sony, do something like that. Samsung, you as well. LDAC support or LHDC. At least OnePlus did LHDC. Like, and LHDC is very comparable too. It's like it actually, I really don't have any sort of issues with how either sounds. So they're very much, both options are very good. So if a headphone has LHDC over LDAC, I would necessarily be bent out of shape over it, honestly. But yeah, I love these, man. I don't call. I don't talk on the phone, so I can't talk about mic quality or anything like that. I'd advise you to go to like GameSki or El Jefe Reviews. They have reviews on these earbuds, and they talk about the mic quality, so go there for that. But in terms of, say, the overall mic quality on these, from what I remember hearing, the mic quality sounds good, so that's actually very good. 3 mics, as you guys saw there, and you also have a mic that literally goes closest to your ear right there, or your mouth right there on both earbuds. So that's very nice. No sort of cute things like a whispering mode, like on the LG Tone Free. And I'm not saying that to be like a dick. You guys know I love the Tone Free FP9s. But, I'm just saying, no cute stuff like that. But I feel like everything about these earbuds are functional. A few bugs in the app where, depending on the music app you use, say I was using the Sony native Sony music player, it wouldn't show up in the app's music player at all. But Apple Music, YouTube Music, those things, I had no problem. I don't have Spotify or any of those, so I can't talk about those. But YouTube Music and Apple Music showed up no problem in the Edifier app's music player, which is literally just below where the battery and all the settings are. So that's actually very nice. Yeah. Edifier NeoBuds Pro, very nice headphones. Edifier, keep it up. Because I do plan on getting more Edifier earbuds in the future, so long as you keep this trajectory up and just being very good, especially at this price. This is Sparta. Thank you guys for watching and support. Hope you guys have a wonderful Monday or whatever time of day it is in the area. Like the video if you like it. Share with people that are interested in this. Sorry. Ugh, that was disgusting. Share with people that are interested in this sort of content. I was literally about to say dislike it if you dislike it, but disliking doesn't matter anymore. So, like the video if you like it, share with people that are interested, and have a good one.